Good morning, I'm Stephen Datz, Chair of the Awards Committee. I'd like to call the December 8th, 2022 awards meeting to order. We have a physical quorum represented by Gabor Ock or Ricky Erickson, Joe Alfano, Mark Stoltz representing Laura Shepis, Ivu, and myself. The Office of General Counsel is represented by Rebecca Levy, Budget is represented by Stephanie Neely. Before we begin reviewing today's agenda, I'll note there isn't anyone physically present for public comment. Cecil, did you receive any public comment via email?
No public comments received.
Thank you. Let the record show we did not receive any public comment. I'll pause for a moment to allow callers joining us online to unmute and speak up. Hearing no comments, we'll proceed with today's regular agenda. We have items 1 through 6 that have been reviewed by Procurement and Budget. These items are now ready to be reviewed by the Awards Committee, beginning with item 1. Representing the minutes from December 1st, 2022 Awards Committee meeting. Are there any comments or corrections to be discussed? All right, hearing none, may I get a motion to approve award item 1?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Joe Arpano, a second from Mark Stoltz. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Minutes are approved as presented. I'll pass it over to Heather Beard, Manager of Procurement Contracts, representing our Chief Procurement Officer for Jenny McCollum, to walk us through each of the remaining award items before I ask for a motion, beginning with Award 2.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Award number 2, this is the request for a 1-year renewal for JEA's dental insurance plans that it currently has for its employees. The plan and contract is currently with Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. This renewal will also request a $1.4 million increase into the existing contract. The original contract was competitively bid in August of 2021 for a one-year contract with 4 one-year renewals. So this is the second renewal that we're requesting. And then also with this amendment, MetLife agreed to honor existing prices. And then if we choose to move forward with year 3 and 4, looks like there's a PPO rate, a 5% rate cap that will be honored. And then in the 5th year, if we make it there with the renewals, the rates will be negotiated. And if we can't agree, then we will terminate the contract. Christy or Elaine, let me know if I said any of that right, incorrectly. If not, that's the award number 2. Any questions or comments on that one? Okay. Seeing none. Stephen, do I pass it back to you for a vote, or do I go to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll
Thank
pass
you.
it back to you, Stephen.
May I get a motion to approve award item 2?
Ivu, so moved.
And a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Ivu, a second from Gabor Osh. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion is adopted. I'll pass it back to Heather to present award item 3.
Okay, award number 3. This is a request for a contract to C&M Dredging, Inc. for the Northside Generating Station dredging and disposal for processed water treatment ponds. The contract will be in the amount of $347,000. This contract was bid out using an ISB. We received 3 prime contractors that attended the pre-bid meeting. At bid opening, we realized we only had 1 bid. JEA's procurement staff did evaluate the bidding pool to see why the limited competition, and the comments are included there. Just a short length of a contract project, and it needed to be completed immediately. And there's, I guess, specific methods that we wanted to do dewatering. So C&M, that they decided that they would be the best bid. So we received 1 bid. Also noted in this contract, we had previous contracts for this work. We did not include rates for disposal of spoils. This contract will include those rates, and with the analysis, it's 13.3% lower than what we currently were paying on the previous contract. So no other questions here. I'll pass it back to Steve for a vote.
Any comments or concerns?
But you have a question. Are we sure that we will be able to use the current byproducts disposal contract to dispose of this dredge material? Or is that something that we'll have to evaluate and then come back later on to?
This is Rodney. This is Rodney speaking here.
Thanks, Rodney.
Yeah, so C&M Dredging did include disposal, their unit rate, in their original bid, and we negotiated that out of it. So our intent here is just to go for the dredging, the spoils work, and we'll get it into the geo bag. And then on the site, they'll put it in the drying beds. There's already been communications with the byproducts group, and the current plan is to mix it with some ash and then transport it. So the intent is to use the byproduct contract. They already know about it. They're working on it. I haven't heard the definitive yes, that's going to happen, but that is definitely the intent at the moment.
Thank you, Rodney. Yeah, so we're gonna mix the dredging contents with the ash and then just dispose it with the byproducts as I understand it. So thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
if there's no other questions, Stephen. Oh yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Stephen.
Thank you, Heather. May I get a motion to approve award item 3?
So moved.
In a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Joe Arpano, a second from Deborah Osh. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, motion is adopted. I'll pass it back to Heather to present award item 4.
Okay, award number 4. This is a request for to award 2 contracts for JEA substation packaging services. The scope of work for these contracts will include providing all design, documentation, procurement, manufacturing, scheduling, equipment selection, project management, and associated services for a turnkey, ready-to-install substation package of structures and materials to allow JEA to construct improvements to the electric system. Like I said, there's going to be 2 contracts. The first contract will be awarded to Distran Package Substations LLC, a Crest Industries LLC company, and their contract will be in the amount of $1,250,900. $1,250,900. The second contract will be awarded to Substation Enterprises Inc. in the amount of $536,100. These are ongoing services contracts, so they will be for a term of three years with 2 one-year renewals. We bid this out in April of 2022. We received 3 prime companies at the pre-proposal meeting. We ultimately received 2 proposals that were evaluated for award. Both Distran and Substation Enterprises were deemed to be highest evaluated and able to perform the work. And then also to be noted that the work will be assigned to the 2 vendors via task order, and Distran will receive the majority of the work as it got the majority of the award amount. And then also to be noted that we changed the way we did the rates in this contract, the way we bid it out. Last time we bid it out, we used a rate. We just used a unit price per foot rate and price per pound. This time we're doing a cost plus markup. And the markup for large projects should be anywhere from 25% for smaller projects to 14%. Is that right? Yep, 14 for, I'm sorry, 25 for smaller, 14% for larger. And okay, that's all I have for that one. Any questions or concerns?
Nope.
Okay, seeing none, I'll pass it back to you, Stephen.
Thank you, Heather. May I get a motion to approve award item 4? And a second?
Ibu, second.
We have a motion from Mark Stoltz, a second from Ibu. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion is adopted. I'll pass it back to Heather to present award item 5.
Thank you. Award number 5, this is a request for a 1-year renewal to existing contracts that JEA has for general engineering services for pipeline projects and studies, less than 16-inch pipe diameter and manhole inspections. Let's see. We have 3 contracts that are being renewed. The first one is with Allman Engineered PA. The contract will be renewed and also increased in the amount of $900,000. The second is Four Waters Engineering, Inc. They're also being renewed for 1 year and they increase the amount of $900,000. The third, Construction and Engineering Services Consultants, Inc., also being renewed and increased in the amount of $900,000. Let's see here. And there's some explanation of why we're awarding additional funds. It looks like Allman Engineering and Four Waters, they had the capacity to quickly complete a lot of the manhole inspections. Therefore, their administrative increase. We've added some money just because they were able to complete things so quickly. And all the firms have been satisfactorily performing. And the business now requests to exercise this 1-year renewal and increase. Any questions or concerns? If not, I'll pass it back to Stephen.
Thank you. May I get a motion to approve award item 5?
So move. Second.
We have a motion from Deborah Osh, a second from Joe Arfano. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion is adopted. I'll pass it back to Heather to present our final award item for today.
All right, award number 6. This is a request for rescission of a solicitation that was issued for restoration of disturbed concrete North and West Territory. This was advertised and bid in August of 2022. We had a total of 5 prime contractors attend the mandatory pre-bid. Actually, there were several. There was one in August and September and October, and actually 2 in October. So multiple pre-bid meetings. And then I believe we only received 2 bids. Hold on, I got my papers mixed up. 2 bids, and then we realized that the bids that we did receive, they were non-responsive. So now we're decided to rescind the solicitation, go back to the drawing board, figure out how to rebid this to get. I know this is a hard contractor for vendors to do because it's such small patches of area, so you have to have a lot of the equipment to do it. We have a similar contract with asphalt, but it's always difficult to find vendors. And so, any questions or concerns on this rescission? Okay, passing it back to you, Stephen.
Thank you, Heather. May I get a motion to approve award item 6?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
We have a motion from Mark Stoltz, a second from Deborah Osh. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion is adopted. The entire agenda representing items 1 through 6 is approved for December 8th, 2022. Is there any other business to come before the awards committee at this time?
Hey, Stephen, this is Ted Phillips. Congratulations to you and Heather. It is 10:14 and you guys got through this agenda in less than 15 minutes. So I think that at least that's a record since I've been here. So congratulations. That's like an early Christmas present for me. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ted. Appreciate your support and everybody in procurement for doing such a wonderful job every week. No other comments? We're adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.